What's going on, everybody? Making sure I have everything here. Well, I promised a Christmas video, so here it is. You know, every year my family pretty much knows that all I want is DVDs. I just want movies. They know that. And my mom tends to go a little overboard. It's overboard in my opinion because she doesn't make much money. She doesn't have much money. But yet every year she somehow pulls just like crazy amounts of gifts. I don't know how she does it. But she does. So every year I send her a list and she just sort of, depending on if she plans on getting anything else, she'll pick and choose. And usually what I do is the list I give her is stuff that either is not out yet or stuff that I've been meaning to get, but it was never anything that like I was crazy, like I have to have it now. If it's something that I'm like, I have to have it now, I don't put it on the list because I'll just buy it. So, yeah. So let's see, anything else before I get into this? No, I guess that's it. So here we go. I'm going to start off with the Blu-rays. Now, this first one actually was not, this was a gift from my buddy Loop. We're not, when you work retail, Christmas is, for a lot of people that don't work retail, and, have kids and stuff, Christmas is a pretty cool time for them. For anybody that works retail, it's the shittiest time on the planet. It's awful. You really learn, what people are made of and how people are, and it's quite disheartening. People get so worked up and bent out of shape over, stuff. It's just crazy, and they can really ruin. I know I'm just reiterating exactly what Horrors Ball said in his season finale, but he is right. It can really ruin Christmas when you work retail, especially retail management. When you're there 40 hours a week, working insane shifts and having to deal with this stuff, like, customers want to talk to a manager, you're the one that they're coming to, and so yeah. But we're not really, Loop and I would both work retail right now, and hopefully, if my phone rings, and it's good news, I might be out of retail. So, I'll tell you about that in the next video. Anyway, so we don't really spend money on each other. We don't make a whole lot of money, and so we just sort of, I guess we feel obligated to buy each other gifts. So I gave him something, a little something, nothing much, and so he gave me a little something. But anyway, it is Hellraiser 4-pack, Blu-ray, Bloodline, Inferno, Hellseeker, and Hellworld. Now, I'm not the biggest Hellraiser fan on the planet. I remember seeing Bloodline in the theater, and it was alright. 1 and 2 are classics. 3 is a classic for its cheese factor. So I've only seen Bloodline out of these. I haven't seen the others. And I know, obviously, they go down in quality as the sequels go on. So, there it is. Thank you, Luke. Alright, now to the rest. First up, Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I actually just watched this last night, and I'm going to film a review for it here in a minute. So I'm not going to say much about it right now. But yeah, Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Here we go with Fulci's classic House by the Cemetery. This is packed with features. Now, Jason did a review of it, and the picture quality is apparently pretty terrible. which is disappointing because there have been a lot of films that looked pretty bad on other releases, and they can be cleaned up pretty well. I don't know anything about transferring film. I don't know anything about restoring films, so I can't say that they did a good or bad job because maybe it's hard. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe they're lazy. I don't know. I do know that this film has always looked kind of bad. It's never looked really good. On the Anchor Bay releases and stuff, this movie looked pretty bad. Very dark, very fuzzy, very grainy. So maybe it's just the stock that they got it from. I don't know. Maybe the print wasn't good. But it looks like this thing is packed with features, so that is great. Don't know if I'll do a full review on this or not. Just depends on what I think, I guess. Now this one I was really excited to get. This is one of my favorite slasher films. I just mentioned it in a recent video in my favorite slasher films, and it is The Intruder, or Intruder, on Blu-ray, Director's Cut. It's a Blu-ray DVD combo from Synapse, and it also looks like it has some really great features on the back. I'm excited about that. Love the cover. That's a great cover. It is much better than the old cover on the DVD. That thing is awful. But yeah, great cover. So there's that. On to the DVDs. First up, Slumber Party Massacre Collection 1 through 3. I actually have 1 through 3 on DVD, but this has some new features, and it's got a new transfer, so there's that. Should be cool. From Shout Factory. Ooh, I'm hungry. Next up, Machete Maidens Unleashed. Documentary on Asian cult exploitation cinema. Filipino revolution that even Marcos couldn't crush. Ultimate B-movie feast from the far, far east. Now, I'm pretty sure that, the guy that did Not Quite Hollywood, which was a documentary on Australian horror and exploitation, which is a good documentary, and I actually don't own it, did this, so pretty excited to get this and check this out. So there's that. Next is Lorna the Exorcist. Jess Franco movie. I'm not a Francophile. There's a horde of people out there that absolutely love Jess Franco. And I don't know if it's for the cheese factor of some of them. Now, I have heard, Jess has made so many films, over 200 movies, that I hear that there are a handful of really amazing films that he's done. I have not seen any of those films. The ones I have seen are, now I think I still have Bloody Moon, which I like Bloody Moon. It's a fun slasher film, and it's certainly one of the better Jess Franco films I've seen. I actually like that one. But most of them that I've seen, and Greta, the Wicked Warden. Is it Greta, I think? The third, well, not really Ilsa film, but it was sort of pinned in the Ilsa series, was also pretty decent. This is supposed to be one of his best, so I'm pretty excited to check this out. A lot of his films, I mean, there have been some that are just, to me, unwatchable. But I'm just wondering, maybe I haven't seen the actual good ones yet, the ones that are really good. Now, this is supposed to be one of them, so I'm excited to check this out. And it sounds like a pretty good, I've read the back here, and it sounds pretty interesting, so excited about that. We'll probably do a full review on that and Machete Maidens. This here, next up, is Import, Shameless, House on the Edge of the Park. This is cut. For any of you out there, this is a cut version. I may do a review on this. I really don't know. The reason I got it is because of the features. The features were filmed at Cinema Wasteland, April of 2011, and I was there, so I really wanted to check them out. There was a Q&A that I was at that I was hoping snippets of it might end up on either the Cannibal Holocaust or this one. It actually didn't, but it still was filmed at Wasteland. I was there. The features on this were recorded about 6 months to the day that David has passed away. And they're pretty decent. I might do a review on this. I don't know, but be forewarned, it is cut. It is cut a lot less than it used to be cut. It was cut by some crazy 7 or 11 minutes or something. They actually had it passed to, I don't remember. They submitted it to the BBFC and they passed it with a few minutes, maybe a minute or two. And luckily Shameless was not happy with that, so they filed an appeal and they got it down to 40 seconds or something. I'm not sure. Maybe even less than that. And it all has to do, all of the cuts in this are in the Cindy assault with the razor. So there's that. Now this one actually, this one was a present to myself. It is Australia After Dark. This is a Mondo film. If you don't know, I'm a big Mondo fan. Basically shockumentaries. I find them extremely entertaining and amusing, especially just because, usually the narration is taken so seriously, and a lot of the stuff, especially with the last one I watched that I got at Wasteland, which was Brutes and Savages. There's some obviously faked stuff in there, and the narration is so serious. And watch as this young tribes boy is murdered, and it's like paint. And this one guy was eaten by an alligator, and the alligator's jaws were so fake it was hilarious. So a lot of times in these Mondo movies, you'll get, just like in Faces of Death, there are certain scenes that are staged. Some are not. So it's a sort of a mixture of actual real footage and staged footage. But I just think they're really fun. And this just came out new from Intervision, which is quickly becoming a really good label. I'm very pleased with their stuff, so I'm excited to watch this. I will review this at some point. Alright, and last but not least, this was something that it was one of those ones that I sort of wanted, but never really wanted to spend the money on myself. So I put it on the list and I got it. It is the Hellraiser Lament Configuration box set. Again, I'm not a huge Hellraiser fan. 1 and 2, I think, are good films. It's not really my vein of horror. This is, Hellraiser series is a different 1 and 2, are a different style of horror that I'm not really that into. They're good movies. I enjoy them. I just don't. It's not something that I watch a lot. But I had 1 and 2. Actually, I had them all at one point, well, up to Bloodline, I guess. And ended up getting rid of them at some point for whatever reason, whether I wanted something else or I needed money, I don't know. But so I figured if I wanted them back, it should be in this box set. I used to have the UK box set, which was all cardboard, and it actually opened, it flapped like this. I'm sure some of you have it out there. But it had 4 discs, and then in the center, it was just a piece of foam. There's a piece of foam that you pulled out. This is a little different. I like the way that this is. I'll open it up here. Much better. Now, the other package, the packaging wasn't as good. It was from Anchor Bay UK, I'm pretty sure. But the actual discs were better. It had 1 through 3 and an extra features disc. This only has 1 and 2, and you get 2 copies of 1. You get a copy of 1 on Blu-ray and a copy of 1 on DVD. And then Hellraiser 2 is on DVD. So the other box set, as in discs and content, is much better. But I just like the way this one looks and comes apart, because this one actually comes apart like, you know. Now you can't. I tried to like get it to, you know, go the other way like they do in the movie, but it doesn't. But that's the way they're packaged. I don't really like the way they're packaged, but again, I'm not gonna be. I've seen these movies a bunch, so I'm not going to be like sitting here watching them. This is just something I wanted for packaging purposes. So that is that. So there it is, guys. That is the Christmas haul. That is what Santa brought me. Santa. So yeah, you know, to me this is a lot at once. And let me tell you, man, I got some. In the coming videos, which I'm hoping to get a different job, which is going to be a day job. It's going to be an 8 to 5 job. I'll explain about that more in this next video. But and I'm hoping to have a lot more time to be able to do these videos. You know, it's been few and far between lately. But coming up, you know, there's going to be more reviews. Obviously, I'm about to film another one. About to film one right now. But since I have picked up, as you can see it back there, let's see if I can actually put my finger on it right there. Yeah, you see that? Yeah. Ever since I won this, that Tourist Trap hardbox from Headbanger, Horsball, we all know him, we all love him. I am now addicted to hardboxes. Hardboxes was always something that I sort of wanted, but never really felt the need to spend the amount of money that some of them cost, since they're not popular here, since no American companies make them. They're all German, Austrian companies. You for the most part have to import them, unless you can find some on eBay, which there are some on eBay from American sellers, but they're very few and far between. The shipping can get kind of outrageous. But I have went a little hardbox nuts. That kind of sounds dirty, doesn't it? Crazy. I've went a little hardbox crazy lately. I have about 3 to 4 coming, and I've already bought. One's sitting over there right now. So there's going to be a hardbox update. So look for that. I don't think there's anything crazily rare or spectacular about the hardboxes that I'm going to show. Since I'm getting started out, I'm just going to start getting the cheaper ones. So to build the collection, but yeah, so it's not going to be anything spectacular, but it is my first hardbox update, and I'm excited about it. So you better be excited about it. So yeah, that's it. You guys, I hope you had a good Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. If you are anti-Christmas or whatever it is you celebrate, if you don't celebrate, I hope you had a great day that day. And here's to a good new year. So I will see you guys later.